tea time, babies! I love it. Oh my goodness. I have been super looking forward to Thursday. It's tea time, darlings. Hello, my crystal. So I decided we're going to have a fruit blend tea today. Fruit blend tea. Miss Shannon. Hello, darlings. So today we're gonna do our normal tea. We're gonna dish a little dirt. We're gonna talk about a few things, and we're just gonna hang out for about a half an hour and have some fun together today. Because you know what? Oh, it's been a week, right? Like, let's start with yesterday, because am I the only one who thought I was going to die yesterday when I was disconnected from the internet? Like, I thought it was me. I thought it was my internet. I started blaming myself. And it turns out it was all of us. We were all caught up. So what happens? What happens when, you know, Facebook just decides, hey, we don't feel like sharing our free content with you anymore. Like, what are we going to do if something bad happens to the internet? Like, we have no other way to reach each other. Like, I'm starting to have a little bit of a panic about it. I don't know how to deal. I don't know how to deal. I was in such a big fat panic, not being able to post, not being able to message, not being able to get a hold of anybody. And it made me, like, really panic and assess how much I focus on the internet. Like, how much of my day is focused on what happens on the internet. Kind of a scary thought. Like, I won't lie. It was like, wow, it was quite the thought. Shannon says, I did panic, but I just thought I was blocked. And for me, like, if you guys follow me regular, you'll know that I have this really awesome love-hate relationship with Facebook, where I love to give it content and it loves to block me. Like, I'm like, Facebook, I'm out here giving you my heart and soul, and you're just unappreciative, like an unappreciative ex-boyfriend who can't get enough. So I was sad that I missed you guys, and I feel so much better now that we can talk today. Like, Crystal says, I keep reaching for my phone to entertain myself, and I was disappointed. I binge watched on YouTube a lot yesterday, which brought about something that we're going to talk about today too, because I'm doing a thing. Like, so I've decided, I won't lie, for the last couple weeks, I've been watching videos about this really cool thing called TikTok that apparently the kids do, where they do, like, musical videos and stuff. And I saw a few videos come up about it, and the reason why we're going to talk about it on Spill the Tea is because all the videos I came across were like, oh my god, watch out for the predators on TikTok. Look at all, like, the pedos on TikTok. And I was like, okay, well, it looks really cool, and it looks like a really lot of fun. But if people assume that everybody over 30 on TikTok is a pedophile, I don't want to do that. But it looks like so much fun. Oh my god. These cheesy kids, like, dancing to cheesy videos. Oh my god, the cheese was made for us. Like, this is not even a child format. This is meant for us. Like, hello, let's take over TikTok. TikTok, take it over by cringy mom dancing. Let's do it. Like, seriously, actually, though, I won't lie. I've been messaging people I know who are a lot of fun, and I'm like, let's TikTok, dude. Let's do it. We're going to totally take over TikTok with, like, all, like, cringy mom content. So much fun. I think later today, we're going to make a TikTok together, and I'll let you guys do it with me, because I haven't actually made one yet. I opened an account, Colorful Dory, because it wouldn't let me have all my words. Colorful Dory. I opened a new one, and and I posted my Sequest video where I had a panic attack, and I was like, ah! But we have to do, like, an actual dancey TikTok video. I think I already have one picked and planned. I found the music, and I think we're gonna, like, wow the junior high kids with a little I Ain't Yo Mama, right? Because, yeah, I ain't yo mama. I I ain't your mama. And also I think like the junior high kids are going to think that's really super cool. And, you know, in my quest to be really cool and awesome, I feel like, you know, TikTok is a very big step for me. We're going to learn it together. Let's learn to TikTok together, because I think it's, even just for like grown-up real marketing and videos, I think it's probably a good format. It makes one little minute clip videos that you can add all kinds of stuff to, music and pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how I feel about the duetting, because apparently they have this feature where you can set up your video as a duet, which from what I've seen is basically just an opportunity for people to make fun of you. Like, they do a duet with your song so that they could like totally make fun of you, because again, child format, kids like to make fun of each other. But I don't know if I'm going to enable any of the duets. But I think we're going to have some fun. Like, I think we're going to have some fun, like cheesy. As much fun as when I discovered Snapchat for the first time, and I was like, oh my god, have the kids been doing this forever? This is way too much fun. Way too much fun. So, our first topic we're going to talk about today on Spill the Tea. We're going to chat about something that happened to me when I was in Las Vegas that I was kind of surprised by. I won't lie to you guys. I think maybe I don't see the world the way that other people see the world. And I guess we'll start there. Elena noticed something while I was in Las Vegas that made her laugh. And she said, Dory, you don't even see how people react to you. Like, people react to you as you go by them and you don't even notice. Like, you're just doing your thing, having a good time, and you don't even see. So I think that, yes, I sort of live my life that way a bit, and perhaps I'm not always the most observant person, and sometimes it takes me a little while for things to click in. I won't lie. Like, I didn't actually realize what this situation was until after, and then I was double mad. Okay, so we'll back up a little bit, and I'll say that this started out by sitting outside of my room. I was sitting outside my room, outside my hotel, enjoying the sunshine, loading up some videos for you guys before I headed out for the day. And a really lovely security guard drove up. Now, not from the hotel. Vegas has kind of like security that just sort of roams around the area. They have a section that they patrol. So this gentleman pulls up in his patrol car and he said, I'm terribly sorry, but you can't just sit outside of your room. We can't allow any loitering. And I said, well, but I'm not loitering because this is my room. Like, I'm not trying to be a bag here, but it's my room. And he said, well, clearly I can tell it's your room because you have pulled the chair from outside the room and you're sitting, outside your room and enjoying your coffee. And I understand that you are, just trying to enjoy yourself. But again, I can't have you loitering around the hotel. If you want to hang out, I need for you to go around in the back alley or around on the other side of the building. So when he left, I went in to talk to the front desk and I explained to them what he said, and they said, well, that's stupid. There is no law that says you can't. You're not loitering. It is your room. You have all permission to sit outside of it. Feel free to sit outside of it if you would like to. Okay. So the next day, I am again, Dory, sitting outside my room. I've got my chair. I've got my iPad out. I'm listening to some music. I'm loading up some things. And this guy walks down the street carrying a pizza, and he says to me, oh, hey, do you remember me? And I didn't really, but I didn't want to be rude, so I was like, oh, yeah, I totally remember you. Yeah, you're memorable, whatever. And he goes, oh, I'm the security guard who saw you doing this yesterday, and I told you you weren't allowed to do this. I'm off duty. I live in the neighborhood. I was just out grabbing a pizza, and I decided that I would pop into the hotel and complain to them about you because I told you you weren't allowed to do this yesterday. And And I said, oh, well, that's nice, because I popped into the hotel and explained to them what you told me yesterday, and they assured me that was not their policy, and I was very welcome to relax and hang out outside of my room. I said, I'm here by myself. You see the neighborhood. I'm not putting myself at risk by being away from the safety of my door while I'm relaxing. And he decided that I was, kind of being ignorant to him. So he called over one of the drivers that was on duty, and he said this: I have already told her 2 times she is not allowed to be sitting outside of her room. So if you catch her again sitting outside of her room, you go into the hotel and you have her removed from your room, which legally they can't do. I just want to point out, like, he was flexing a muscle he didn't have, because it's not like he could have me removed from my hotel room for sitting outside my hotel room. Now, here comes the part where Dory is naive and Dory didn't understand what was going on, because clueless Dory, nice Canadian girl, I'm like, I don't know why you're hassling me, dude. I don't understand. So at that point, when we're standing there talking, and supervisor, we'll call him because he didn't ever tell me his name, supervisor is standing there, on shift security guard is standing there, and a guy who was renting the room 2 doors down from me happened to be coming down the street, and he said, oh, is there an issue? Is there something going on? Are you okay? Because he, again, noticed me talking to security, and I had told him about the first incidents. So his reaction was, are you okay? Is everything okay? And this is what I didn't think about until after. The supervisor looked at that man who, let's be honest, was a stranger to me walking down the street, and he looked at him and he said, oh, are you the one who's actually paying for her room? And in the moment, I was like, what, dude? This is my room. Like, this is my room. I paid for this room. I am on vacation. And I was kind of ticked about it. But I didn't realize until after he left what he was implying. He was implying that I am a prostitute. And that some stranger man that I don't know is paying for my room. So what I realized is, even though every single day I saw other people hanging outside of their rooms, he didn't hassle any of them. Every single guy up the way was hanging out outside of his room, and he did not get hassled. So when I kept coming back to the fact that he kept saying, I was loitering. You're loitering, you're loitering, you're loitering. So what I did was I looked up the legal definition of loitering, which is to be hanging around or taking a slow time to pass a business where you don't have permission to be. So I was not loitering. But then also when I looked up loitering laws in Las Vegas, the first thing that popped up was an explanation that if they feel that you might be a prostitute, if they feel that you might be hanging out somewhere trying to drum up business, that they will charge you with loitering. Because they can't prove you're doing anything other than loitering, right? Hanging out outside of my hotel room. And I won't lie, I was pretty shocked by that. Like, I was really shocked when I realized, when it finally sunk into me, that the reason why he was hassling me is, because he thought I was a prostitute. That really bothered me. And I was like, but wow. Like, flattered, I think, a little bit that you think somebody would pay for it, but mostly just insulted. Like, mostly just really a lot insulted. Like, mostly a really lot insulted. And I thought to myself, wow, like, I didn't realize that in Las Vegas I give off a hooker vibe. And when I was talking to Elena, who lives there, she said, well, no offense, Dory, but you kind of do. You're friendly, you're fun, you're dancey, you're flirty, and you have the rainbow hair. That is kind of what working girls in Las Vegas are like. And I was like, but I'm just Canadian. Like, that's it. I'm Canadian. I'm friendly. I chat with people when they walk by me on the street. I'm like, hey, sir, how's your day? Like, it's not like I was hanging out going, hey, baby, you looking for a date? You looking for a date? But I will say, some guy did approach me down on Fremont Street, and again, clueless story. Like, I'm so clueless. Like, I don't even know. This guy walks up to me and he says, "Oh, are you from around here? Are you local?" And I said, "Well, no, I'm not from here, but I mean, I kind of know the area-ish. If, what are you looking for?" And he's like, "Oh, something bad." And I was like, "Something bad? I mean, I don't know. They have some stores like up the street that sell some bad stuff. Is that what you're looking for?" And he was like, no, I was just looking for some entertainment." And I went, entertainment? What? What? Dude! Dude! What? And he looked at me and he goes, What? I don't know what you're talking about. I did not ask for anything. We did not have this conversation. And he ran away. And I thought, wow, Dory, like, wow, I guess you can't just be friendly everywhere. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I learned a lesson. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I just don't know. But I was very offended. I don't think I've ever had anybody think I was a hooker before. Well, not that they really were that obvious about it. Like, yeah, it's mostly just insulting. Like, even when I think about it, I'm like, well, I suppose in some way that might be, no, it's not flattering. Like, there's just no way to work that around and be like, wow, I feel so good about myself right now. You don't know. You don't know. But I will say that I really needed the vacation in Vegas. Man, did I need it. I won't lie to you guys. I've been getting bogged down in the stress and the grind and the daily post. What am I going to make for you? What content are we going to have? You want to be cutting edge. You have to be interesting. You have to do things that people want to see. And if you're having a bad day, then you need to mask that and cover that up and be having a better day. And it gets hard. Like, it does. And I don't think I intentionally got bogged down in that. I know I didn't intentionally get bogged down in that, but it's easy to lose sight of having a good time for you, putting out content that's for you. And I feel like it's really, really hard when you're out there in the social media to just be authentic, to hang out and be you and consistently do that every day. Like, it's one thing to turn on your camera once a month and be like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me and I'm going to share that. I'm going to let my weird light shine. But it's something else when every single day you are sharing parts of yourself with people, because ideally, we only want to share the best parts, right? We want to share when we're in a good mood and we're having a good hair day and my makeup looks good today. I've covered that pimple, not too bad. But at the end of the day, I think it's the things that I find I struggle with to share that I know I need to share the most. So let's talk a little bit about that next. And I want to talk about things that are easy to share and things that are difficult to share, because the internet seems to be this mystery land. It wasn't where I grew up. It wasn't how my mother raised me. We don't live by the, if you don't have anything nice to say nothing at all, feel free to move along on the internet. And it seems to be like this pretend world where there are no real people and the things that you say have no real consequence, right? Like, you can do whatever you want on the internet and nobody really cares because it's not like a real people. Like, hello, it's some loser behind a keyboard. Like, it's not a real people. And I think for me, I struggle with that concept. I understand that a lot of people they have their life, and then they have their online persona. I don't really understand what that is. I am who I am, whether I have my camera on or if I'm at Walmart. Like, this is kind of how I behave all the time. It's just me. But I find that a lot of times online, we get stuck in what's appropriate to share, what's comfortable to share. I see all kinds of, off-base colored jokes that are shared everywhere, and, mean memes and nastiness like that shared everywhere. And recently, I came across a lady in our community, brought to me by Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. And also a very good friend of husband and wife do keto, and she's struggling. She has been putting out amazing content about keto, about epilepsy, and she's at the point where she's struggling. Her husband needs to have surgery, and they need to raise the money. And all of a sudden, our community has shrunken away from her. Oh, that's too personal. I don't know if I could share that on my page. I don't know how my people would feel about that. Really? Like, really? Really, really? Really, really? And I have shared it, and I will share it, and I'll share it everywhere, and anybody who doesn't like it, sorry, not sorry. I feel like we're a community for a reason. We're here to help each other and grow together, laugh together, share our experiences, and I feel like these are the people we include in the things we want. Right? Like, everybody loves her content. Everybody wants her free recipes. They want to know about her life and her family and, what she's going through until it comes time to help share her cause. And then I don't know, like, it might make people uncomfortable. I don't really post fundraisers on my page, and that's heartbreaking to me. Like, that to me, absolutely, it breaks my heart. And some of the people who I love, who really love her, have set up fundraisers to help. So if you don't feel comfortable saying, I'm going to donate $5 to a GoFundMe, you can go buy some amazing soap products, save 10%, donate 10%. There's a lady, I don't know her personally, but she set up a Norwax fundraiser for them. So if you order your products, what she would have made, she's donating. So from our small businesses and our home-based businesses, the people who bleed for us every day, they're willing to sacrifice. They don't have a lot of money to donate, but they can give their time. They can give their products. They can give their effort. I am going to make a small donation and do what I can. And what I can do is bring her story to you guys. We're going to do a live together tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the things that nobody wants to talk about when it comes to epilepsy, because this is not my first brush with trying to bring about more epilepsy awareness. It seems to be one of those uncomfortable, taboo topics that nobody wants to talk about. If it doesn't affect you directly, nobody wants to talk about it. And epilepsy does affect my house personally. My special needs brother suffers from epilepsy, and he's medicated for that. I live my life every day knowing that anytime, day or night, he can have a seizure, and that will disrupt life. I literally go to bed every night knowing that I might not get a full night's sleep this night, because if he wakes up with muscle cramps or a seizure, I need to wake up and take care of that. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that and how it affects your everyday life, and some of the things that change and some of the things that shouldn't, and some of the things we need to talk about more. But at the end of the day, all I can say about that is that my heart breaks for her. Like, my heart breaks for her that she built a community around her that she's been sharing everything with, and in her time of need, all of a sudden, this good, strong community that helps each other has left her behind. So we're going to talk about that, and all I can do is make my small donation and help share her story, and ask you guys to please, out of the goodness of your heart, share that as well. I can only imagine if it was my husband and the father of my children who needed to have brain surgery that we couldn't afford. Like, and I will tell you guys not to minimize brain surgery, not at all. But when I had my car accident, I was misdiagnosed with brain tumors. And that, I think, was the worst year of my life, living thinking that, you know, my son at the time was, I don't know, would have been 9 years old. He was 9 years old, and they told me that I had brain cancer, that I had tumors, that I had all kinds of issues. And again, it was a misdiagnosis. They found out that's not what was wrong with me, and what it was calcium deposits on my brain, which in the end they said aren't really a big deal. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to talk to somebody about that one day, because I don't know how that could like not be a big deal. But apparently I have this weird disorder where I deposit calcium in odd spots all over my body. So generally places where I have been injured, my body deposits amounts of calcium. I have no idea. I don't know if there's even a treatment for it, to be honest with you, because again, they told me not that big of a deal. Like, not that big of a deal. But to actually be going through that, and to know that you might lose your life partner, the father of your children, and what do you do at that point? You know, when diet isn't enough, when just keto isn't enough, when you're doing all of the things and trying to heal your body on your own, how is it that the keto community doesn't support that? I don't understand. I know that a lot of people react and say, oh, well, then maybe he's just not keto enough. You know, maybe he's not being strict enough. But we all know that it doesn't work that way for everybody. You know, what works for one person might not work for another. Whereas one person might be able to completely control their seizures with diet, some people can't. So I just don't see the distinction in between. I've seen the reaction. I've seen people scroll past it. I've heard people say that's, you know, it will strike people wrong in the community to ask for that help. But we are a community that literally asks each other for help every single day. If you're out there putting out information, how many times a day does somebody message you and say, hey, sorry to bother you, but I really need your help? It's kind of what we're doing, right? This is what we're building together. And is it real if we're not actually helping each other, right? And at what point do you say, well, you know what, not my problem. Not my problem. It's really easy to just say, oh, well, not my problem, and move on. So tomorrow we're going to talk about that, and I think it's going to be a really fun live, actually. I mean, it's a little bit of a heavy topic, but I think we're going to have a good time with it. And we're going to talk about daily life, because I think these are the things that make a difference. When you understand how much something like this changes everyday life, and how we can make a difference. At the end of the day, we are all here to make a difference, to help each other, and to grow together. So it is 3:00. It's time for me to head out and pick up Jacob. But I'm going to tell you what, guys, we are not blowing out this awesome hair. Like, I am having a wicked good hair day. We're TikToking it later. Like, I'm going to bring you guys back. I'll bring out my other device so that I can face it there and you can see what we're doing. And we're going to have some TikTok fun. Let's be cringy moms together. Like, kids need more cringe. I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to say there is not enough cringe in this world. There's not enough mom dancing. There's not enough talking about uncomfortable things. So let's start there. Let's get a little cringy together later today and have some fun. So let's get our tea song back. And I'll see you guys soon. We're going to TikTok it, baby. I haven't actually done this before. I'm kind of nervous. But we're going to be famous. Like, I'm just saying, we're going to be like cringy mom famous. When they like look up cringy mom in the dictionary, there's going to be a picture of us going, what? You know it. We cool like that. Right? It's like that, right? Like, you do like the closed fist, pump, and then open. Like, we're cool like that. Yes. They just don't know. That TikTok does not know what's about to hit it. Like, I'm just saying, like, coolest moms ever on the way. Peace out. Oh my God. Oh my God, my kid will die. Did you actually just do that, mother? Don't peace out. Have an awesome Thursday, guys. And we'll see you later. Thank you for joining me for tea, darling. See you guys later for more silliness. And I missed you yesterday. See you soon.